Let's talk about one of the toughest calls in the entire world of cybersecurity. It's a real high-stakes dilemma, a choice where, honestly, no matter what you do, you could end up making things a whole lot worse.
So, put yourself in this situation. You've got critical intel on a major security threat. What do? Do you shout it from the rooftops so everyone can defend themselves, knowing full well the bad guys are listening in? Or do you keep it quiet, hoping to keep it out of the wrong hands, but leaving your own side totally exposed? It's a classic no-win situation.
And there's actually a name for this, the security publisher's dilemma. It is a constant, stressful tightrope walk for any company that publishes security research, or, maybe more importantly, creates training courses. You see, the very same information that helps defenders build a wall can also be a perfect blueprint for attackers to find a way through it. Okay, let's really dive into this. Let's start with the first option, speaking up. Why on earth would sharing helpful information ever be a bad thing? Well, think about a training course made to teach IT pros how to fight off a known vulnerability. By explaining the attack in detail, you could, without meaning to, create the perfect how-to guide for attackers who aren't quite as skilled. You're not just showing them an open door, you're practically handing them the key. But what happens if you choose to stay silent? Let's flip the coin. That option isn't exactly safe either. In fact, keeping your defenders in the dark carries its own huge risks. And here it is. This is the absolute crux of the issue. The idea that secrecy somehow keeps us safe, it's often just a dangerous fantasy. The really sophisticated threat actors, they're not sitting around waiting for a course to pop up. They are actively hunting for these weaknesses. So the reality is, they probably already know about it, and they're already using it. Your silence doesn't stop them, it just stops the good guys from ever catching up. So, let's just lay it all out. On one side, you have the argument for silence. This is all built on the fear of accidentally arming your enemy, right? It assumes they don't already know. But on the other side, you've got the case for disclosure, which is driven by the fear of leaving your allies defenseless, because it assumes the enemy is already on the attack. You can see why there's just no easy answer here. Now, this isn't just some abstract theoretical problem. Not at all. Let's look at how this plays out in the real world, with a company called Virtualization Options LLC. They live this exact dilemma every single time they think about creating a new training course. So here's the scenario for them. A security vulnerability is already public knowledge. It's out there. Virtualization Options LLC wants to release a training course to help companies defend against it, but they're stuck. If they publish the course, they risk teaching the bad guys the exact methods to exploit it. But if they don't publish, they leave tons of organizations completely vulnerable to a threat that's already active. I mean, really, what do you do? This is that moment of truth. Do you just hold your nose and pick the lesser of two evils? Or is there another way? Well, it turns out Virtualization Options LLC didn't just pick a side. They decided that if both choices were bad, they had to invent a better third option. They decided to forge a middle path. And what they came up with is actually pretty brilliant. It's a two-part solution. First, they go ahead and release the training to get defenders up to speed. They explain the threat, what it looks like, how to spot it, and how to build defenses against it. But, and this is the absolute key, they strategically leave out the critical step-by-step details on exactly how to pull off the attack. The whole idea here is simple, but it's incredibly powerful. You give the good guys everything they need to know to build a shield, but you don't give the bad guys a sharper sword. It's all about empowerment, not enablement. You're arming the defenders without making the attacker's job a single bit easier than it already is. So, what can we take away from this? What does this one case tell us about cybersecurity as a whole? I think it shows us that this field is almost never about clear-cut, black and white answers. It's a constant, never-ending balancing act. And this is why this really matters. You can't just get rid of risk completely. It's impossible. The real goal is intelligent risk management. The decision by Virtualization Options LLC shows that the best path forward often means accepting a little bit of controlled risk in order to get a much greater level of security. It's about making smart, nuanced choices in a world that is far from perfect. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. In this constant cat-and-mouse game of cybersecurity, is it always better to have some information, even if it's incomplete, even if it carries some risk, than it is to have no information at all? It's a question that security pros have to grapple with every single day.